Both kids are napping away. Poor sick babies. Got Ainsley right here. Sometimes I think this is just so much easier to do than actually try to vlog. I only have one hand right now most of the time. So it's a lot easier just to do this, I think. It's a lot quicker too. I can just speak for 3 minutes and get all my thoughts out and be done. There we go. She'll be 6 months tomorrow. She's getting really big. She's such a big girl. I just, I always like to sit down and talk or write out or think about how I'm feeling right now, to kind of take stock of how I'm doing and how I'm feeling. What with it, almost being Charlotte's birthday, and I like to see how I've changed from year to year and how I'm doing and how I'm feeling. I think it's you can go back and see a progression of how it's been and what it's been like for me. And I just, I always want to be honest, and I want to share about how I'm doing, because I hope that gives other people the ability to share how they are. And it might not be like this, it might, but maybe it will give them the courage or the bravery to just share with their family how they're feeling. I think sometimes it's hard to say, I'm sad, or I'm hurting, or I need this from you, or I need that from you. And I'm not very good about it. I just blog about it, and then I hope that the people that care about me read my blog. So we all have ways of getting what we need across, and this is one of my ways. My heart is heavy, as it always is during this time of year. I miss Charlotte a lot, and I miss how I felt 4 years ago being pregnant with her and being so happy and so joyful. I'm trying really hard this year to be joyful and to be thankful. That's kind of my theme for this year. Find the joy. Find something to be happy about. And I don't think that should be a forced thing. I'm just kind of hoping that if I say it, and if I try to live it out, it'll become tangible. Probably in a week I'll be like, I'm a wreck. I hate life. I'm so sad all the time, and I should be grateful, but I'm not, and I don't know what's wrong with me. But I really am trying to just find the joy and be really grateful. It's been a long week. The kids aren't feeling well. I went and did my talk about Charlotte at the community college, like I've done a few times, and I think like 7 now, 8, 6, somewhere in that range. I've done it quite a few times, and so that brings up a lot, and I talk about when she was born and when she died and what that was like for me. So it brings up a lot of emotion, and it's makes me relive those days and those moments. I took the kids to the doctor today. I wanted to make sure they were doing okay, and they're fine. No lung infections, no ear infections, but they've been sick for so long, and I wanted to make sure Ainsley was bothering her right ear, and that's her hearing ear, and it's been like drilled into our heads, preserve the hearing ear. So I wanted to take her to the doctor and make sure she was fine. So thankfully they're fine. It's just a cold, and the doctor called it a simple cold. Feels far from simple. They're miserable. But I took the long way home, the really long way home. It takes us 3-4 minutes to get to the doctor, and it took me 20-25 minutes to get home. But thankfully Bennett isn't old enough to puzzle out, wait a minute, why are we driving so much longer to get home than when we went to the doctor? So I wanted the kids to see something besides this house and breathe some fresh air, and the sun's out and everything. So I drove with the windows down, and Ainsley fell asleep, and Bennett just enjoyed looking out the window and seeing some trucks and things. And I was driving, and I was just trying to just name what I'm thankful for, and just be like, thank you for the house, thank you for the garden, thank you for this car, thank you for these children, and kind of using that to find then, as I said, the joy, kind of just speaking what I'm grateful for and hoping that that, you know, will make it change my attitude and change my heart. And, you know, I think it's okay to be a wreck. Like, I'm a wreck a lot of the time. Certainly more than I thought I would be 4 years out. And I don't think anyone should ever pretend to be something that they're not, or pretend to be happy when they're not. But I really am trying to find the joy and be grateful for what we did have with Charlotte, which was, you know, 38 weeks of a joyful, wonderful first pregnancy. You know, this year I've come to terms, I think, with my faith, and I've really solidified how I feel about my faith, and I've answered a lot of those questions that I needed to answer about, you know, why didn't God save her, and why were we given this beautiful child for just such a short time, and what does that mean for me, and what does that mean for my faith, and can I go on believing, and some very difficult questions. And, you know, it kind of feels like a relief to be on the other side and still believe. I really feel like trial by fire, and I went through it, and, you know, it wasn't a simple process, and there was a lot of questioning, and there was a lot of learning and studying, and seeking the Lord and seeking my own heart, and that's really been my journey this year. Is it's one of regaining my footing with the Lord, and making the choice to still believe and to continue to put my trust and faith in the Lord. And I'm not saying that just because I believe in Jesus I have to be happy. That's not the case at all. I don't believe that in the slightest. But I am trying to remember the joy that is in heaven, and in the belief that I have that I'll see Charlotte again someday, and really incorporate that into my story of loss and grief and everything. So that's where I'm at right now, is finding the joy and missing Charlotte so much, but remembering the good. And I'm gonna take some time now, I think, and I'm gonna go read because she's still sleeping, and I don't hear Bennett making noise either. And while it's awful that the kids aren't feeling well, I've read a lot of great books, so that's been nice. The house is a mess, but I feel okay about sitting down to read a book because I can't put her down. She'll cough. So I feel okay about putting my feet up and reading. So I've been doing a lot of that, and I'm gonna go do some more of that as well. But I just wanted to take a moment and share where I'm at and what I'm thinking about this season and finding the joy. I really want to do something for Charlotte this year, and I don't know what that is, but 4 feels big for some reason, and I want to do something this year, and I don't know what that is. I haven't talked to Jay about it at all or anything, and I don't even know if I'll share. We'll do our thing, our Charlotte's Day thing, but I really feel the need to do something in her memory, and that might be a personal quiet thing, but I want to turn her loss into something good somehow. And I know there's so many people who have done that and who are striving to do that after losing a child. And so that's what I want to do this year, is find the joy within myself and turn it outward somehow.